Leo, I'm not even finna hold you. I felt the need, and I did, to take a shot before I started y'all reading. So that tells me there's gonna be some type of communication, and you may try to be as clear and as sharp and as objective as you can be. But whatever this conversation is like, let me just sit down and just make sure I'm cool, calm, and collected, or this is how they feel before they're talking to you. And it's like, you know what? Before I answer the phone, let me take a shot. Before I do this, because somebody's trying to make sure that they stay tempered. Okay, what's going on with Leo? So, there could be some type of message, a new beginning, and it's starting to stabilize. Somebody has a new beginning when it comes to their tradition, what they conform to, their spirituality, their guidance. And maybe this is bringing someone else to a point where they feel like, oh, I made a difficult decision and or compromising what I believe. This could be a child. A child could feel betrayed, or just someone that was the young person of the family. Let me say it that way, because maybe they're not a child anymore. They could feel betrayed. They could feel like there was some type of system or commitment to cause some type of issue or challenge to whatever it is that they knew. Whatever they knew was for them was going to bring some type of faith and serenity to their lives and to others, to whatever that it was giving support to. They knew that something was coming. They really didn't know where angle it was coming from, but they knew that they was going to have to adapt and challenge and or balance whatever this is. They knew. They already knew what was coming and or what was going to happen. They knew that some type of message or some type of energy, it was going to make them hurt. It was going to make them like lay down and conflict themselves from time to time. But they also knew that when they decided to do this or adapt to whatever this is, that they were going to have to go through a lot of changes and a lot of cycles in order to move through it. It's like what I tell people all the time. Like, when it comes to tarot, you have to, the honest tarot readers, you have to go through certain phases of your life and certain lessons early, or I don't necessarily think a lot of readers can get to push that off, right? So at the point that I tell y'all, like, hey, don't deal with this person, they're toxic, I already had to deal with somebody that I knew that I was tempted, but it's like, nah, I know that they're toxic. I already was told, like, I already have to go through my lessons first, right? So all the things that I'm telling you, I probably have already been through at some point, shape, way, or form, and or are still going through now, right? So in this sense, it's kind of like, well, this person knew, like, okay, at the point that I'm going to go from being a 9-to-5 person to a CEO or an entrepreneur, or the point that I'm going to, go into doing this job or doing whatever this is for me, I knew that my support was going to change. I knew that I was only going to do this for a certain amount of people. And if that didn't include you, that's why you didn't know at the beginning. That's why you were never aware of it. You didn't know. And that was intentional. It was intentional. They kept this very close to themselves on purpose. They were very strategic on purpose. When they released it, it was on purpose. And honestly, if they close you out of it, that's also on purpose. Because they feel like, okay, well, you just going to ignore the warning signs, and I'm going to let you ignore the warning signs. Or if you feel like I'm burning you out, or you just can't sleep about what I'm doing, or whatever the case may be, then I'll just remove you from it. Especially if there's some type of betrayal or deception behind it as well. It's like, okay, well, this was supposed to be a family unit, but if you're being so sneaky, or you're so willing to do certain things in order to get your way, you're willing to go throughout whatever it is or work with whoever you can just to get your way, that's not family. And somebody's like, I'm emotionally balanced enough to know this. I'm emotionally balanced to know what makes me happy and what doesn't, and you can't throw me off. Something about a Pisces could be important. Yeah. So it's like, okay, well, I'll keep collaborating as long as you want to keep things a secret. We'll keep acting like things is swept under the rug. We'll act like there's no elephant in the room. At the point that you want to learn or make a decision or choose to put your guard up, then I'll do the same. I'll adapt to that like I've always have. Somebody's not really worried. Okay, their feelings probably got hurt, but they feel like, you know what, I'm gonna put my energy into work. I'm gonna focus on whatever it is that I decided to build. I've been unstable before, but I'm trying to use my logic to get out of that. And they also have some type of clarity that there's some type of friend or there's some type of community that's going to come and help them hold on. So they're not too concerned, but they are going to make a decision when it comes to moving on. This person may become a person of your past, or you don't really know them ever since they were a child. Maybe you're around them for celebrations, but everything else they hold back. Maybe they only tell you certain things, but they don't really tell you everything that they are celebrating. So it's like you don't really know this person anyway. Or they don't know you. Okay? So, yeah, it caused some type of shakeup. It caused some type of, like, you know what? I understand who's imbalance. I understand who's dishonest. So at the point that they feel like, oh, well, somebody was a friend and they were communicating like, oh, yeah, this is good. This is healing. I'm glad you made the right decision. But at the same time, they were holding back when they were dealing with another friend. They're walking away from you too. It's like, you know what? I'm going to hold back. I hope you have some type of stability to yourself. I hope you hit all the milestones that you want. But your lies, your deception, I don't want to be a part of it. So they're walking away from anybody that has some type of confusions. They were back and forth in their emotions. They, you know, all of it. They're walking away. Or you are. You're done. Period. Period, poo. Alright, what's going on? Y'all may need to go watch Aries. Maybe y'all know an Aries. You may need to go watch Aries reading from today. Somebody could be having some type of health concern. You or them. Maybe it's the both of y'all. What's going on with Aries? Aries may be cutting somebody off. Maybe that's why. There was some type of third party, some type of gossip, some type of cheating, scandal. Something was manufactured. Something was created on purpose. At the point that they were in this gossip, this group, or whatever this is giving Mean Girls, or somebody was cheating with someone else and they were pillow talking and they were trying to plan to do something that was going to make you impulsive. But you decided this was your moment to pause. This was your moment to think things through. You were actually going through some type of phase where you were healing things from yourself. You were releasing things from yourself. Yeah. So the things that they were trying to do or things that they were trying to connect you with, you disconnected from. So it's, again, something missed you. It did. You started to see your past. You started to reconnect with your own childhood. You started to see things as good news and figure out what you can do as creativity or kind of find your own little spunk. You started to give love for yourself. You started to learn something, kind of read up on something. And even if you were doing this secretly, it seemed like you just started to move towards something that was more stable for you and how you wanted to manage your life. You have some type of knowledge of your happiness, your family, or kind of what just makes you feel like everything is all good. And maybe that frustrates people because you ended something or you changed and they don't understand how you restarted. They don't understand how you can just be so calm or just be so like passionate about something and just keep going. But I feel like at the same time, they're not really asking to understand either. They're not. And it's only maybe because they feel unstable themselves. Maybe they have a business that's unstable. Maybe they have a parent-child relationship. Like this could be a sibling or someone that you know, and they still have some type of anger towards their father. They still have some type of anger towards their mother or their stability or how things went through their lives, and they're not addressing it. And they feel like you got to walk away from it. You got to be able to, go through some type of instability yet, but you still have some type of leadership, or you still have something that's has some type of value, and they don't understand it. Yet you're still balanced. So they're like, okay, well, let me come practically tell you that the things that you're investing in is bullshit. The things that you got going on, it's gonna fuck up and fall apart, or you shouldn't be doing this, and it's causing conflict to your family and your kids because you're toxic or you're doing something that's toxic. And it's like, no, actually, I'm not. No, I'm actually very peaceful. Okay, my kid don't experience no yelling. My kid don't experience like we don't live like that. Okay, it's not no urgency. Like we don't live in a stressful mode. It ain't. My kid don't feel like they gotta get up and out the door in 3 seconds as soon as they open their eyes. We don't live like that. And even if you did live like that, it's up to you to address that. That ain't got. And that's on your burden. You gotta unpack that. Okay. So you may just be telling someone, it's like, you know what? I wish that this could work. I had a vision that whatever this burden was that I feel like we was always carrying, it was a challenge at one point, but it just feels like at this point it's best for me to just walk away. It seems like you're doing just that. It's like, let's just agree to disagree, and somebody's walking away. If it's not you, it's them. There's definitely some type of ending. But this ending is going to bring in a new opportunity as well. So it's like, continue to give yourself love, continue to give yourself compassion. Whenever you feel some type of tension of how, you know, things just kind of align or how things have to close out, but at the same time have some type of spark of energy towards it, because it brings in some type of strength. It's going to bring in something for you as well. Okay. All right. I want to change. Let's go here. There may be some type of change either to your wardrobe, to your clothes. I guess it's the same thing. To your wardrobe, to your hair, or just your appearance. If this is not you, this could be someone else changes their appearance. So somebody get a big chop, or somebody color their hair, or somebody change hairstyles and it's a complete difference, or somebody comes out the closet, or I don't know. What's going on for Leo? You could be dealing with the water sign masculine. You could be nervous. There's some type of message that you're like on edge about. There's something that you're like, okay, I'm trying to figure out if I can get out of this or restart, or, you know, what can I do about it? Maybe you feel like you're celebrating something right now with someone else. There's a marriage here. Maybe you feel like you're going to be judged by something. Yeah. There's something like, okay, it's like it's only a matter of time before some type of message or notification comes, or before you get some type of letter and people know about whatever was going on behind the scenes. Maybe you were trying to celebrate and or arrange some type of date. There's a mother figure. And you were trying to arrange some type of date with this person, so that way they can feel betrayed and left out. They could be super worried about their finances and or their stability. Maybe even their business. They can abandon some type of business. But they had some type of clarity. They knew the truth the entire time. And even though it made them sad, it's kind of like, okay, well, yeah, it's fucked up that you were going to put me in a situation, and yeah, it's fucked up that you are super fucking toxic and you are super manipulative, but I got to move on anyway. Right? It is what it is. Thank God I put it together, type shit. You also could be dealing with the water sign feminine. This person could be dating someone and they're in their head because they feel like they're going to have to abandon someone else who's secure. They're going to have to find some type of new job. They thought they were going to be able to get away with something and they're not. Okay. When it comes to something that you're celebrating, some type of milestone online or something that you're doing, you may be conflicted. You may be fighting with someone who knows something, or I don't know. Maybe you're fighting with yourself. But I don't understand, why would you be fighting with yourself if you hit some type of milestone? You didn't do it the honest way. Somebody has an online business and they didn't do something the honest way, and so they fear, okay, so what happens if I do get some money, or what do I do, or how can I, something's going to shake up for them, but they know it. If you've been able to stabilize something, you know, the honest way, you may be conflicted with someone else. You may be trying to fight with someone. Maybe you know that they have some type of anxious, I don't know, what the fuck? Why were you fighting with someone else? Or, oh no, this is your coworker. You have an online job. You work from home. You work online. You work from home, and you're conflicted with either your job or someone that you know, or someone that you know is trying to bring some type of pressure to your boss. They're trying to say that you don't know how to get things started, or you don't get things completed. And you feel like this is going to fuck up your job or your finances. Yeah. Something can't be ignored, though. So make sure if you do need to tackle some things, get it done. No matter what's going on. You may feel like, oh, I got a lot of things on my list. Still get it done. It's going to matter. Alright, sorry about that. Technical issues, technical errors. You could also be facing that this week. What's going on for Leo? I'm hearing that. What's that? Alicia Keys? No one. You make me feel what I'm feeling. Something like that. I don't know. I guess it's called No One. What's going on for singles, Leo? You could be weighing your options. There are two people that you're interested in. There's one that you feel like, oh, this person could really be it. But maybe you guys don't live in the same city, or you will have to travel to this person, or maybe they honestly don't talk to you, so they kind of eliminate themselves. But you're like, no, I can see my person introducing this person to my family, or this person could literally be the person I want to be with. But there is some type of drama that I'm trying to be chill about because I got a past, a history, or a record, or there's still something that you like. You don't know how they will respond to it. Leo, relationships. Oh, somebody wants to get married. Somebody wants to get the ring. They're like, you know what? I'm not here to make friends. I don't need no more friends. I know exactly what I want. Hope I didn't just fuck this up for you. Sorry. But congratulations. But there also may be someone around that they may have to get rid of, a friend, or just someone that's like, you know what, they just talk too much, they got everything to say, you know that this is your person, so enjoy it. Okay. All right. What about Mary? What's going on for Mary? There could be some type of fight and or competition right now. It's like tit for tat. Somebody's trying to trigger you on purpose. It's like, you know what, either way, I'm cool with how things shake up. So, you know, I'm just going to play this in how the way I want to play it. Somebody is in their ego. You or them. Alright. What else we got for Leo? Make sure you're not drinking and driving. Maybe you're trying to protect yourself. You don't want to be a part of something. You're like, oh no, that's the voodoo lady. Let me stay away from that person. Or let me. What's going on for Leo? But I guess you wouldn't be able to watch this if so. But maybe you're trying to stay away, but at the same time you're still watching. That's weird. All right, what's going on? So there could be somebody that you feel like is made for you. You're like, okay, I'm committed to this person. I have faith that this can work. You have faith that this person is also in love with you. But be careful, because somebody could feel like, oh, well, I'm taking myself away from the one that I love, or there's the person that got away. Somebody could be signing on a document that was false, and or they're signing up for something and you're going to have to heal from it. Just make sure you're not in the honeymoon stage. Who are you dealing with? Let's be specific. Who is this for Leo? This could be a Gemini. This could be a Sagittarius. Someone with the initial I, an Aquarius, or an Aries. You need to let this go. Alright. There could be a community of people who was hating on somebody. It's like everybody is looking at this person. They're like, oh, but why you? But how can you? But and this other person is just like, cheese. Happy Monday. Like, you know, like, stay positive, stay healed. And they just kind of like, fucking hoe. Why you mad? Why? You got the community mad. You like, yeah, I'm just moving on. I'm about to hit the highway. I'm about to go on a trip, you know. Shit, I may even move to wherever I'm going on a vacation too. What's up with it? I'm living life. What you doing? And you're like, I'm just so concerned. How and why? It's like, cry me a river. They feel abandoned. But maybe at one point in time you felt abandoned. When you flip the story or when you flip the script, it's kind of like, nah, y'all walked out on me. And at the point that y'all walked out on me, I decided to do something for myself. I decided to find myself, to balance myself for sure. And now that I have some type of high honor, y'all want to talk shit. Y'all want to create a group chat. Y'all want to go and say this, that, and the third. And I'm the person that's evil. Okay, cool. Go get right with God, with yourself. And you do whatever you have to for your own achievement. And at the point that you do so, you wouldn't be so held back and talking about me. Okay? The access is denied. All y'all blocked. It's like, fuck it, I'm tired of the bullshit. Like, I have no need to prove myself, and or you don't want to, and you ain't got to. All right, Leo, you don't have to. Dismiss it. All right, confirmations. Truth is, I'm tired. All right. The wickedness was never going to work. So if someone was trying to set you up, plot on you, if somebody knew that someone else was plotting on you, they're all about to get some type of karma, okay? Hang with people that fit your future, which means you will have to leave the people in your past. You will have to leave your old self in the past. It is what it is. People do like your work, even if they don't want to talk about it, even if they don't want to believe it, they do. Okay, say F it, face your fears, and do something alone. You may feel like you were unfairly dismissed, or you're about to be. Okay, even if that's related to your job, you may not know what to do if so. Somebody wanted you to have low self-esteem, Leo, and it's not working, and so they were trying to lay it on thick, or they're going to. This is going again. Somebody's either locked out their house, their car, or you gonna cut them off. Okay, someone feels way too entitled to your energy, and or they're willing to give your opinion, but this summer they're gonna just sit back and think about all the things that they talked about and how they made a bad choice, because now they got bad karma. Okay, they may be lost in their emotions at this point in time. This again could be some type of accident. They're like, oh yeah, it was just, I was doing this out of love, especially if this was a sibling, and you're like, no, you was rambling, you had all these things to say, and now everything is cringy. I'm good. You're saying goodbye. You're getting ready to walk away from someone, and it may hurt.